Hi friends, welcome to the Unit 4A Day 1 Notes. This section, this chapter, is about triangle congruence. We're going to start with just some basics about different types of triangles. A lot of this should feel like review from middle school. Just talking, just really quickly about triangle. A triangle is a polygon with three sides. So this triangle in the picture, this triangle right here, we can call that the word triangle spelled out, and then ABC. Normally we go alphabetical order when we're writing triangle names, or we can use a triangle shape. So this is the triangle symbol, and then ABC. You would read this exactly as I just said, triangle ABC or triangle ABC. Classifying triangles by its sides. So we have a scalene triangle. A scalene triangle is when you have a triangle with no congruent sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a straight edge and I am going to make a triangle with no congruent sides. Now, this is how I'm marking it so that you can see. I'm actually making it, this is, fun fact, here's your fun fact for watching the video. This is how the Egyptians were able to build lots of really cool things because they didn't have any sort of way similar to how you and I have tools or technology that they could draw. So there is a scalene triangle. I know it's scalene because they do not have equal measures. So a scalene triangle has no congruent sides. No congruent sides. An isosceles triangle will have two congruent sides. So again, so you may wonder how I'm checking this. I'm actually doing my best to eyeball it. Let's see if I can get it. We'll find out if I was able to get it or not. And then there's always a backup that you can do to show that something has the same sides. So let's see if I was able to do this. I'll measure with a different part. This is just a piece of cardboard that I'm using to measure. Let's see, did I get it? Yep, there we go. So that, remember our congruency marks show congruent sides. So that is two congruent sides. And I did make it without using a ruler, two congruent sides. And then an equilateral triangle has three congruent sides. That means all sides are the same length, the measures of them. This one's a little bit tricky to do without a ruler. Because this one I do have to kind of eyeball. And then I need to record the measure. I'm going to try and make it with congruent sides. Again, doing my best. Let's see if I can do it. Did I get it? Yep, I did. Sweet. Years of practice. So these are all three sides that are the same length. So these are three congruent sides. So that's classifying it by sides. You can also classify it by angles. An acute triangle will have three acute angles. Three acute angles. So all of the triangles that I've drawn so far are acute triangles. All the triangles that I've drawn so far are acute. So Side lengths do not matter, so I'm not focusing as much attention on those. So this is an acute triangle. So all of the angles are acute, which means they all measure less than 90 degrees. With a right triangle, you will have one right angle. The other two angles then will be acute. So again, you notice I'm using a straight edge to construct these. It's a lot easier to construct these using a straight edge. A lot easier, so I would recommend, if you don't have a ruler, again, you see me that I'm just using a piece of cardboard, you can fold a piece of paper over so it's a little bit thicker on one edge, and you could use that. That's also, viable. All those are good ways. An obtuse angle, it has an obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. And an obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. So to get an obtuse angle, I have to be a little creative here. Like so. So there's my obtuse angle. It's bigger than 90 degrees. I know it's bigger than 90 degrees because this is 90 degrees, and you can see that it doesn't fill in that part. So there's my obtuse triangle. And then an equiangular triangle has three congruent angles. Three congruent angles. And it's actually the same as an equilateral triangle. So if a triangle is equilateral, it also has to be equiangular. And the reason is because if you have all the same sides, then all the measures of the angles have to be the same. And you learned that back in our previous chapter when we were talking about kind of the interior measure of interior angles. It's because this is a regular polygon. So again, doing my best freehand. Hopefully I get it. We'll find out. All right, did I do it? Close. If I measured, probably would come out to be the same. But so to show equiangular, we just use the congruency arcs again to show that it's equiangular. So those all three angles are the same. Now we know again from the previous chapter that all of them are 60 degrees because we know the triangle has 180 degrees. Join me in the next video as we go over example 1.